This video is sponsored by King of Cardfight. For more information on tournaments, deck lists, or setting up your own King of Cardfight tournament at your locals, go to kingofcardfight.com. Hello again, friends. Today I'm going to discuss a topic that covers both Cardfight Vanguard and Future Card Buddyfight. This topic is Bushiroad's stance on infinite combos. Bushiroad's research and development team have, on occasion, allowed a few cards to slip through the cracks that created some obviously insane plays that could potentially loop infinitely in both Vanguard and Buddyfight. In the Japanese version of Vanguard, two cards have been hit that have fairly easy access to creating infinite combos. These cards are Doctroid Refros and Cosmo Pixie Lisbeth. Let's start with Refros. Refros can loop pretty well with just its own effect and another copy of himself in the deck when your deck starts to get pretty thin. If you have just one Refros in deck and use its skill with 2 in the damage zone, you can use it infinitely, and that's pretty silly. There are many cards in Angel Feathers that can power up when a card enters the damage zone, so infinite power rows have been attained this way on several occasions. While Refros is a known problem and definitely needed to be hit for, at the very least causing many games to go to time, Lisbeth was a little bit out of left field for Bushiroad, as the card wasn't considered a problem yet. People weren't expecting it to be hit, especially so close to its release. However, with it, we now know that Bushiroad is taking a very solid and proactive stance on restricting infinite combos. Due to not being required to put a card back into the deck other than Lisbeth when you use her skill, if your deck is just Lisbeth's, you can call her infinitely and place her back into the deck infinitely. By itself, this combo does nothing, but if you keep 2 units that have taken Lisbeth's name on the field and have a multivitamin dragon as your Vanguard, you will gain infinite power in all 3 of your rows and have a deck that has several stand triggers that will stand your infinite power rearguards. There are a few other cards to speed up the combo and make it more consistent, but this covers the general idea behind it. While Vanguard still has other, far more setup-intensive and specific infinite combos, such as having a 1-card deck and sending Blaster Blade Liberator to your deck with Margot's skill, and calling him with 2 Balins out to countercharge twice, while having Gérants or Brunos out to gain infinite power, well, these just aren't likely to ever be problematic due to these insane inconsistencies. Interestingly, Bushiroad has also been on the lookout to put a stop in infinite combos in their other card games as well. Buddyfight has had an infinite draw combo for a few months that hasn't seen much if any play. It was recently made well known and Bushiroad nipped it in the bud. This combo involved the Arc, Great Spell Elegant Ice Wall, and Follower Gap. The Arc originally stated that, instead of placing this card and all of its soul into your drop zone, you simply destroyed the card. Elegant Ice Wall made it so that all of the cards on your field cannot be destroyed for the turn. In conjunction, these 2 cards made it so that you can go back up to 2 life and draw a card every single time your life reaches 0. If you had 2 follower gaps, so long as one was available to use its activated ability and you had 1 in the drop zone, you could use it to grab a copy of itself and pay 2 life. Then, calling the new gap over the old gap, you could repeat this indefinitely. By doing this, your life drops to 0, the Arc procs, it can't be destroyed so it stays on the field, you draw a card, and you repeated this until you drew as much of your deck as you wanted. Then you'd get rid of whatever you didn't want, and since you were using a wizard build, you could then grandfather clock your drop zone back into your deck and not have to worry about decking out with a 20 to 25 card hand. So, to fix this, Bushiroad errata'd the Arc and all older set spells that said destroy this card to send this card and all of its soul into the drop zone. The other affected cards were Dragon Seal, which didn't really matter very much because you had to remove soul from it in order to use its effect, and Art of Explosive Hades Fall, which, if it could have its destruction prevented, would essentially have become a Thundermine 2 every time a monster of that size is called, which actually does sound pretty beastly. I am pleasantly surprised that Bushiroad is taking such a proactive role on handling these problem cards, and I'm very glad that they're doing this in both Vanguard and Buddyfight. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.